Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on I think an Italian movie called Kill the Jockey. I think it was called El Jockey uh, originally. I think it's Italian, and it's kind of surreal and weird. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Remo is the jockey, and Remo has been sleeping with another jockey played by Ursula, and now she's pregnant. So he wants to get out of the jockeying business, which apparently is very corrupt. And I'm not sure what year this takes place. I think it takes place in the past, but in modern times. But maybe not. It gets very odd, but basically what he does is he runs his horse into a fence to injure himself, and then escapes the hospital, and the mafia guys are looking for him. By Luis Ortega, who also wrote the script with Rudolfo Placios and Fabian Casas. Might just be Spanish? Not sure. Yeah, it was called El Jockey. That sounds Spanish. Can't tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm sure it's written somewhere, but I couldn't find it in the 10 seconds I do research. Anyhow, first act, and this has got a different sensibility to it. That's why I kind of picked it. It was kind of weird and interesting. First act is Remo is a drunk. He's indulging too much, and he's sort of trapped and miserable being a jockey working for the mob. And then his girl tells him, I'm pregnant, and now he has to change things. That changes everything. She suggests that he has to die and be reborn. This, I think, gives him the idea to run his horse into the fence and injure himself to symbolically die and be reborn, which he kind of does. I guess he dies on the operating table for like a minute, and then they bring him back. And now he's on the run from the mob. I'm not exactly sure how that could help him. There's a guy that protected him before who might help him, but I strongly suspect his girl has betrayed him, maybe, and maybe she purposely messed with his head so he would do this, something like that. But I'm not sure. Ursula Corbero is the actress. She's very hot. I kind of like her a lot. She's got the look of nothing but trouble. Where is she? There she is. Yeah. I guess it's the cigarette. I don't know. She's a bit of a smoke show. I like the way it's shot. Yeah, I think it's from an earlier era, maybe the 60s or 70s. So I'm not sure the ending. Could be a lot of different things. Again, it's got a different sensibility. It could be very symbolic. It is very surreal. There's a few surreal cuts you'll see in this. It's different. I'll say that. Would I see it? Yeah, I kind of like the aesthetic. I would admittedly though, I'd probably be bored with it. I don't know if I would make it through the end of this, but once in a while I like to watch a movie like this just to see something different. Um, it's got some interesting elements to it. I don't know if they come together for me. Probably wouldn't understand it, to be honest. But I like the name, and I usually like this kind of stuff. In an American film, it would be more frantic. It would be this fast paced thing called Kill the Jockey, and everybody's trying to kill him before X happens, and he's running around. The jockeys don't look very small, do they? I would have expected the jockeys to be a lot smaller. Um, but you add the element of surrealism to it, a lot of crazy things can happen, and then you got to look at the film as a more symbolic piece of art. I think this was released last year, but maybe now it's coming here or it's finally reached streaming because they've got a subtitled version of it. And usually movies that make it here from foreign countries tend to be the better movies, obviously, because they're not going to pick the stinkers to bring over here. So, yeah, why not? Kill the Jockey. Anybody know about this film? Anybody see it? Can tell me what country it's in? I gotta think Spain or Italy. Yeah, Spain or Italy. Leaning towards Italy because he has this cool glasses and gloves. That seems more Italian. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. I think that's going to be it for tonight in terms of the videos. I'm going to do the news blast and crash out. It's just too late and I'm too fried from the day. And I also just did a 4.5 hour live stream. And it's just too much. So I'm going to have to do the Piney podcast tomorrow. It's like 1 in the morning. So yeah. What else? What else? Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to one of my fans from Lucille's Luncheonette on Saturday. Apparently, during a transaction, they dropped a Wawa gift card out of their wallet or something. And someone saw it like later and said, "Oh, somebody dropped this and put it on my table." And so I was hoping they'd come back, but they never did. And I don't know who dropped it. There's no name on it or anything. So I took it. What else was I supposed to do? Throw it in the trash. And anyhow, long story short, it had $37 on it, so I bought a sandwich today. Thank you, whoever you are, fan, for the $37 tip. It was pretty damn generous. Anyhow, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.